Hello everyone and welcome back to Healthy Tip Thursdays. Today we're going to talk about menstrual cramps. Now, how many of you women have experienced menstrual cramps at some point in their life? I'm sure you all have. So today we're going to talk about how do we prevent those menstrual cramps from coming on? How do we treat one when it actually does come on? And then what are potential root causes? Why are you getting those menstrual cramps? So prevention, well, I'm sure you all know this, diet really does have an impact. So what do we need to do with our diet when it comes to those menstrual cramps? Well, one, you want to avoid dairy products. Dairy foods are very pro-inflammatory. It can exacerbate the pain when you're having those menstrual cramps. So you want to avoid dairy, and at the very least, do avoid it at least 10 days before your period if you're finding it difficult to go 100% dairy-free. So no dairy for at least 10 days before your period. Two, you want to increase more anti-inflammatory foods. So these foods would include things like omega-3s, which will include hemp seed, for instance, flax seeds, walnuts, almonds, salmon, even teas like ginger tea, very anti-inflammatory. The other thing you want to do is increase some green leafy vegetables. Green leafy vegetables actually help your liver to detoxify and metabolize much more efficiently. So it will help to metabolize your hormones. And by doing that, it will actually create more balance. Now, we'll talk about that a little bit more when we talk about potential root causes, because usually hormonal imbalances is one of them. The other thing that you can do is increase magnesium foods. Magnesium is actually a muscle relaxant. It acts as a muscle relaxant, and your uterus is a muscle. And when you are having those spasms, that's what's happening to your uterus. It's actually spasming. So when you are consuming more magnesium related foods, it will actually help decrease those spasms. So high magnesium foods are things like nuts, for instance. One of the big ones, which I'm sure you'd love to do, is dark chocolate. Dark chocolate actually has high amounts of magnesium, not milk chocolate, but dark chocolate. So having a few bites of that will also help increase the magnesium and help your uterus to relax. So magnesium foods. The other thing that's really important is stress levels. I'm sure you've even noticed if you're more stressed one month versus another month, you probably notice that your period pains are much more worse. So stress, I know we can't escape it, but learn and have those tools to help manage it. I know I've talked about this many times before, but things like doing meditation, doing those breathing exercise or yoga, exercise, take time for you, those things will go a long way as well. So again, you want to avoid the dairy, increase the magnesium, increase anti-inflammatory foods, and of course, the last but not least is those stress reduction techniques. Okay, so now you've got the period pains. They've come on. What do we do? What can we get from our household that can really help? Well, one, a hot or warm compress. I'm sure everyone's got that, or a hot water bottle. You can fill that up with water and then apply it in your lower abdomen, and that will just help relax the uterus and help take away the pain. So a hot water bottle. Second is lavender essential oil. Lavender essential oil, we've talked about it before, really good for stress, but it also helps relax your uterus. So what again you would do is you would apply it to your lower abdomen and you would rotate your hand in a clockwise direction. That will really help decrease and eliminate any pain that you may be experiencing. So again, the hot water bottle, the lavender. Another thing that I like to use is I do like to have certain teas at home. So one of the big ones is ginger tea that I've mentioned, and the other big one is red raspberry leaf tea. Well, red raspberry leaf tea helps to relax the uterus as well. So as I've mentioned before, when you have a menstrual cramp, your uterus is spasming and contracting in this manner. So by taking the red raspberry leaf tea, it would help decrease those spasms and help tonify the uterus so that way you're not getting that intense pain. Okay, what else can you do? One of the other big ones I've mentioned, magnesium. So yes, having more of those magnesium foods, but what about an Epsom salt bath? Epsom salt baths are also high in magnesium, and that will help relax the uterus even further. So again, what are potential things you can do? the red raspberry leaf tea, the ginger tea, the lavender, the hot compress, and an Epsom salt bath. So what are things that can prevent, or what is the root cause of your menstrual cramps? So what are potential root causes? Well, one, maybe you have uterine fibroids. So talk to your naturopathic doctor or even your medical doctor to get a pelvic ultrasound to see if you do have that, because if you do, it will only intensify those menstrual cramps. Second, maybe you have something called endometriosis or PCOS. That's usually due to those hormonal imbalances. So again, talk to your naturopathic doctor, get those hormones checked, because if you do have something like that, yes, it will aggravate those menstrual cramps. The other thing, it could potentially be due to a nutritional deficiency. We talked about magnesium, how that can help. Well, maybe you're low in magnesium, or maybe even low in calcium or other other nutrients. So definitely talk to your naturopathic doctor and get those various things tested. So thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed our little pep talk for today. And as always, have a happy and healthy day. Bye for now.